What if I told you that you can make almost any kind of molding or trim by using this, your table saw? You'd be pretty interested, right? Well, you can. You can make almost any kind of profile you want by using just your table saw and a little bit of sandpaper to smooth it out. This is one of my most favorite woodworking tricks ever. And I'm looking forward to this video to show you how to do it. When I first learned it 20, 30 years ago, it was the neatest trick and it opened up a lot of different avenues for me. I went on and made an art frame business by using this trick. I made custom moldings out of my own shop, totally custom, from 1 inch to about 8 inches wide. From basswood to oak, you can do it with most anything. It's a great trick, and I'm looking forward to showing you. I'm going to use this Douglas fir glue up that I have left over from my shop doors, and I'm going to run it through my planer to give it a consistent thickness. And I'm going to run it through the table saw to shave off the glue and to make sure that the sides are consistent. You want to make sure that it's as square and the sides are as parallel as possible, and that'll give you better results for this technique. So you're probably asking yourself, what size do I need to cut my piece of wood to be able to cut my profile out of it? And that's a good question. First, you need to find out the profile that you want to make and its finished width. And to that finished width, you need to add about 3/4 to an inch or so more of wood for a reason we'll get to later in the video. But say this is your profile of your piece of wood stock that you're going to cut the profile out of, and this is the profile that you're going to make. For this video, I'm going to be making a pediment molding. So for this pediment molding, I've got a finished width, but I need to add a little bit to it. That's because you need about a 1/2 inch here, and you need a 1/2 inch here of extra wood. For your finished width right here. Now you might be asking yourself, what do I need to do about the height? And the height can be your finished profile molding height. However, you might need to take into account if you're doing like a crown molding or something that requires a back cut. Like you're doing a final cut off of the back. That'll be one of your final cuts. We're not going to be doing a back cut on this pediment molding, so I won't worry about that. I'll show you at the end when you need to do it, and you just set up a table saw and just rip it off. But you'll need that extra. So I'm going to make the molding as big as the stock that I have. So I'm just going to square it up, and then I'll draw in the molding profile on it, leaving a little bit of extra on each of the edges. So I'm going to square up one side, flip it around, make my final adjustments for my rough width, leaving that inch for the profile, and make my second cut. So I squared up one of the sides. I'm going to flip it around I'm going to check for the final dimension, width dimension, 6.5. It's going to give about a 5.5 inch finished profile width when all's said and done. And so I'll cut it to size. So after you square up the wood that you're going to use for your profile, you need to cut off these ends. Whether it be glued together like a big glue up, or more like this, like just a solid piece of wood, you want a clean end, because on one of the pieces of wood, you don't have to do it on all, but on one, you need to cut off and make a clean end so you can draw a profile with a pencil on it. And you want that pencil mark to be sharp and not very, fuzzy looking or whatever. You want it to be really nice and sharp pencil mark. So I'm going to cut off the end on the miter saw to clean it up. So once you clean up that end, you'll need to take a square or something like that and measure from the end that 1/2 inch that you need for the little legs that it's going to slide on. That's not part of the trim, remember, on the whiteboard. So we were going to leave a 1/2 inch. Or so. It doesn't have to be a perfect 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to draw just a line so I know not to cut there. Okay, once I got that, then I'm going to draw my profile. And you can do this however you want to. You can take a transfer paper or whatever, or you can just freehand it. It doesn't really matter. Just take your time and draw it out nice. So I'm going to draw it out like this. And then the molding is going to make like a flat spot there. So it'll be and then I'll leave about 3/4 of an inch for a little, which is about the width of this. Draw this in, a little half round here, and then it goes to a little step. Be about there. There. So there's your molding drawn out, and we'll remove all this here with the table saw. So here we have the blank set up on the table saw, and just like I showed previously, we're going to start at this end and make this first initial cut. And then we're going to adjust the fence over. And so we're going to make successive cuts, raising and lowering the blade as we cut this line in half, or try to cut it in half. This one is like our sample piece, the one with the profile. And so if we make a miscut higher or lower here on this line, we can make a final adjustment and then run the other two pieces. And that's how we'll go across. So we'll move the fence over 1/16 of an inch and make an excessive cut, raising and lowering the blade. Now the first cut I'll make on the table saw, I'll kind of sneak up on that line. I'll do it a little bit below, because it takes a little bit to get to that line, but then you can adjust and stay on that line pretty good. Now that I made the first cut, I'm a little bit high on that first cut. So I'm going to lower the blade just a bit. And it's safe enough to go ahead and take it to the other pieces. Just run those through. Remember, they don't have to have a profile drawn on them. You're determining that by the first piece. So I'll lower the blade and then I will run the other two pieces. And then, since that's a flat, I can run the blade, 1/16 of an inch at a time all the way across that flat, and I don't have to adjust the blade. Now I'm done with the main cutting on the profile, and I need to make any kind of little corrections here and there, knocking off little ridges that I can with the table saw. And then I will trim off the support pieces on the saw and then get to sanding. I've trimmed off all of the excess pieces of the profile and I'm ready to sand it and finish it out. And I'm just going to sand it with an 80 grit sandpaper and then work up to a 120 grit sandpaper. But you can use anything that you want to. You can chisels, you can use a chisel texture on it. You can use little hand planes to knock off the most of it. I'm not very good with the hand plane, so I'm just going to use sandpaper. But use whatever you want to smooth it out with and to add texture to it if you want, and then it'll be ready to go. So when you're done sanding, you will have a truly unique molding profile that is specific to your project. It won't be something from the hardware store. It'll be uniquely yours. This is a great technique, and I'm so glad I got to show it to you. If you like this video, please like or subscribe, and we'll see you at the next video. Thank you for watching.